Hi, I'm Sanjay. Today we are talking about prevention is better than cure. A body is a walking, talking encyclopedia. It gives us all hints about what is happening in our body. We have to understand the what the body speaks. We have to understand what the body speaks. Now, it gives us a lot of symptoms which we try to ignore. We tend to ignore basically. We are not at all like, okay, this problem is there. Okay, we'll see. It's not that way. If the symptoms are there, they will show. They will show. Where they will show. We don't need diagnostic tools to understand our body. We don't need to go into lengthy tests to understand. Everything is being shown in our body through our hands, feet, eyes, tongue, mouth. When you're opening it and seeing, then when the eyelids are opened up, you understand what's going on through our gait, like how we are walking, how our body odor is there. There are so many other things of like even pulse. Now when we see a pulse, the pulse is checked through this point, the radial artery. You're checking this pulse. There are two ways of checking the pulse. One is the light pressure and one is the heavy pressure. We are understanding all the 12 meridian points. It gives us a perfect understanding of how our body is and how our diseases are manifesting, how we can clear it up. By just the eye, the iris, you will be surprised to know that in the iris we have some specific points. If you have a thyroid, it will show in your iris. If you have cancer, it will show in your eyes. If you have any kind of disease, it shows in our iris. If you enlarge the iris and check out the points, you can immediately know where your problem is. It could be intestinal problem, it could be major diabetic problem, it could be thyroid. Everything can be diagnosed by just the iris. So beautiful the body system has been made that I want you to understand some simple points, some master points, how our body's working condition is there, how to heal, how to cure, how not to take any medicines and completely become healthy. Preventive therapy is much better than curative therapy. After a disease comes to us, everybody runs to a doctor. Everybody goes for therapies. Prevention is not there much in our country. Basically, some people come to me, they say, when I went for a dental implant or something, they checked out my sugar readings were very high, my triglycerides were very high, my cholesterol reading was overboard, I had this problem which I never knew. So these kind of things are very, very wrong. This specific point, some points which I'm showing you, will give us much better health, and through acupressure they could be diagnosed and treated without any medicines. Now I'm coming to some specific points. See, this is the front part of our palms. We have 8 fingers to thumb, that is basically 10 fingers totally. These two, the middle and the ring finger, corresponds to our legs. The index finger and the small finger represents our hands. This is our head. We have all these points in this palm. The same thing in the sole. The same points are in the tongue. The same points or more are in the ear. We have points on our head. Every part of our body is head. Even the leg points are there in the head. Then we have it, our medulla oblongata. That is the most important thing we have in those points. Then you can go in for one bone, one muscle, one bone in our body. One bone in our body, and diagnose the whole treatment part. Now, when we come to the most important point here, the most important organ of our body is lungs, because when we can take in proper oxygenation, our health improves. And the spinal cord. To telephone exchange of the body, the spinal cord is the telephone exchange of the body. We need to stimulate, energize, and keep our lungs and spinal cord healthy. Now I am giving you an overview of some of the important points in our palm, which is going to maintain our health to a very optimum level. Our health will be very good. You can see the results immediately. The first point will be in between the thumb and the index finger, in the V shape where it is in the flesh. You are pressing and releasing this point. This point is a master point. This point is painful for every person, irrespective of they having any disease or not having any disease, or having any pains or not. So just what you are doing is you are pressing it and releasing it. You're pressing it, releasing it. This could be done in both the palms, both the hands. That is. So just press, release, press, release, press, release. This balances the body's energies. When you're doing this point, you are covering up the two lungs and the heart in the bulge part of our palm. So this part covers up the two lungs and the heart. So what happens is you are pressing both the points together. The pressure is felt here in the front, the dorsal side also, and in the palmar side also. So pressing, releasing, pressing, releasing. You are activating your lungs, you are activating your heart, and you are activating a master point for the whole bodies to bring our body back into status. So these are the points for this. Now the second or the third important point would be in between the middle and the ring finger. Again, these points are in both the hands. You don't have to use okay, it's only in the left hand or right hand. It's in both the hands. The body is symmetrical. Either way you can do the treatment. It is the same. Now in between the middle and the ring finger, this web is an energy point. Whatever energy deficient we are, if you are pressing these webs, your energy levels increases immediately. The webs are everywhere. So this is a web here, 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 in between the thumb and the index finger, in between the index finger and the middle finger, in between the middle finger and the ring finger, in between the ring finger and the small finger. All these webs, these are all the important points which you are pressing and releasing, pressing and releasing. It's almost like inhalation, exhalation. Press it a little hard. So there should be a little pressure to be placed when you are pressing these points. This is the second or third point. Now the next point I am coming to is the spinal cord. Because of our evolution, the thumb has become like this. We are evolved beings, basically we say. So the thumb is like this. But the thumb comes somewhere here before evolution, and when we were in the Stone Age. And even now, animals and other things, if you see, they will have the thumb somewhere here. The spinal cord starts from the thumb. This is our cervical region. The joint, in the first joint below the nail of the thumb is the cervical region. As it comes down, you are coming back into your thoracic region, and as you are traveling in between the middle and the ring finger, this comes into the lumbar region, and this is the coccyx, the tailbone. So this is the spinal cord point, which starts from the thumb, rounds up and comes in between the middle and the ring finger, the back side of our palm. That's the dorsal side. Now this is the spinal cord. If anybody has severe back pain, lower lumbar pain, just press this point and see the difference it makes. You are just pressing this point, releasing, pressing this point, releasing, pressing this point, releasing. In between the middle finger, you are pressing and releasing. This is for the lower lumbar. That is the lower back pain connected to L4, L5, S1. So this point will give you wonderful results. If you have cervical pains, this joint point, if you're rolling a pen, a probe, a pencil, and then just pressing it with your hand, it gives fantastic immediate results for the cervical pain. The next point I want to tell you is you are keeping your fingers crossed and you're pressing very hard and releasing it. Pressing, releasing it. When you are doing this, inhale, exhale, take your stomach in. You are activating your whole body. Your body comes into homeostasis, that is, it becomes balanced, it becomes healthier. Now, when we are pressing, I just want to show you a very important pressure point. Just you're pressing both your hands, making it a fist, releasing it. Press, release, press, release. What it does, the first index finger is connected to the adrenal gland. Our adrenal gland is very important, which is a crown on the kidneys. This stimulates the adrenal gland. The second stimulates the kidneys, the middle finger, that is, it stimulates the kidneys. The third, that is the ring finger, it stimulates the liver. You are stimulating the liver. The fourth, that is the smallest finger, stimulates the pancreas. This is in the right hand. So understand, on the right hand, the first finger is the adrenal gland, the second finger is the kidneys, the third finger is the liver, the fourth finger is the pancreas. You are stimulating these 4 organs by just doing this multiple times. The same goes for the left hand, but with a single important difference. Adrenal gland, kidneys, liver, and the heart. The small finger in the left hand is connected to the heart. When a person is having high BP or low BP, when they are doing it like this, just check it before and after. It gives fantastic results for all the organs to be activated and healthy. Just doing this. The importance of this is to be understood when a lady of the house, she is always cooking most of the time. When they are cooking, their atta, kneading the dough. So what happens is, when they are kneading the dough, they are always doing this, and they are doing all the work with the hand, cutting and something like that. That improves their health to a vast extent. This is the importance of these master points. One more master point for thyroid, weight loss, cholesterol, triglycerides, everything connected to hardening of the arteries is a simple point below the thumb. It starts from the first joint, comes down. This joint is this fully covered up is a point where it is, the point is for weight loss, thyroid issues, hyperthyroidism, cholesterol, triglycerides, everything connected to the heart, digestive system, vomiting sensation, everything stabilizes with this. You can just stimulate this. There are so many ways of stimulating it. You can just press it also. If you want to suppress the vomiting sensation, if you want to suppress your thyroid levels to become normal, you can do like this. This to increase, like you want to vomit it off and become clear of it, then do it in the opposite direction. So these are the specific points for this, but very important point for the thyroid and cholesterol, triglycerides. Now I am coming to the point of our large intestine, that is the digestive system, the small intestine, colon, pancreas, liver, to stimulate those points. They are again in the palmar side. So the best point for any digestive system problems, or even digestive system is connected to many problems, like if you have headache, if you have gastric issues, you may have headache. So everything connected to digestive system, just press in the center of the palm and release. Again, it's like inhalation and exhalation. It could be done again in both the hands. Press, release, press, release, press, release. This is creating a balance in the body. You can press on the little left side, that is in between the middle and the index finger, which will be connected to the liver. If you are pressing in between the small and the ring finger in the palm, that will be connected to the pancreas. So you are just pressing, releasing, pressing, releasing, pressing, releasing, pressing, releasing. Again, it will be done in the same way in the other hand also. Now I want to talk to you about women's health. A female body is completely different from a male body from perspective of issues of menstrual problems, endometriosis, urinary tract infection, hypermetrosis, bulky uterus, prolapse of the uterus. We have like fibroids, cyst, fallopian tube blockages, PCOS, that is polycystic ovarian syndrome, then PCOD, polycystic ovarian disease. We have amenorrhea, dysmenorrhea, white discharge. In white discharge, it is like the lining of the uterus has been reduced or it has been coming out. All these diseases, all these problems have such simple therapy of treatment. The point for all these things come in between the middle and the ring finger. The middle and the ring finger point in between the palmar side, that is the front part of the palm. If you are pressing 3 points, 1, 2 and 3, which are all nearby, start with the web, press, release, press, release, press, release, go little above, press, release, press, release, press, release. Keep on doing these points, keep on doing these points. Again, these are done in both the hands. It's not in one hand, you can do it in both the hands, both the palms. One more important point for this would be to take a magnetic clip. It has 2 magnets here. You are just putting this point here. Many people who come to me, many females, ladies who come to me, they say that they have lot of pain before their periods, tenderness of the breast, lot of pains here, abdominal cramps, everything they have. So just putting a clip like this, any clip, if you don't have a magnetic clip, it doesn't make any difference. You can take a cloth clip, whichever you use it for your clothes. The same clip can be put here for some time, 2 minutes, and then remove it. You can put it in the other palm also, like this. First, press it for some time. Press and release, press and release. Then you put the clip. Clip can be put for 1 or 2 minutes. It gives wonderful results. The same day, the period's pain will just disappear. And all other things like whatever I told, urinary tract infection, hypermetrosis, that is bulky uterus, prolapse of the uterus, endometriosis, fallopian tube blockages, fibroids, cysts, PCOS, PCOD, amenorrhea, dysmenorrhea, white discharge, anything connected to menstrual hygiene, menstrual problems solves by these points. Major points activation through clip therapy. Clip therapy means you are using 4 clips in your palm. The clips could be magnetic clips like this or normal clips. How we are using those clips are, first point you are keeping it in between the middle and the ring finger. The second clip you are keeping it in between the thumb and the index finger. The third clip you are keeping it a little above in the palm, it is absolutely in the same level as the small and the ring finger. These 3 points and the 4th point can be kept in between the index and the middle finger. This is the way of keeping the clip. Again, the same clips can be kept in either hand. When you are keeping the clip in between the in between the thumb and the index finger, it is connected to the master point, lungs and the heart. When you are keeping it in the small finger line, this is connected to the kidneys as well as the liver. When you are keeping it in between the middle and the ring finger, this works for the spinal cord as well as everything connected to the reproductive organ. For males, even prostate issues becomes normalized by this. Even if the PSA levels are very high, only the clip part normalizes it. This is an energy point. It works wonders for the eyes and most important organs of the body, just putting it in between the index and the middle finger point. These are the 4 clip points. Anytime, before food, after food, doesn't make any difference. Anytime it could be put. I want to talk to you about 4 important leaves, fresh leaves of mint, pudina, coriander, that is kothmeri, curry leaves, radish leaves, मूली के पत्ते या मूलंगी इले. These 4 combination for people who are having kidney issues, CKD, people whose kidney functioning is little compromised because of diabetes, because of high BP, radish leaves is awesome benefit it gives. Curry leaves full of calcium and iron. Pudina, digestive system, it stabilizes the digestive system, gives very good results for constipation, gastric problem, acidity, indigestion, everything connected to our stomach. Then I was talking of mint leaves, pudina, that is mint leaves is pudina, kothmeri, curry leaves, and this radish leaves. These 4 make it a paste, equal proportion, little more or less doesn't make any difference. Make it a paste, a chutney type thing paste. You can add little pepper powder and a jeera powder to act as a preservative. You can keep it for 5 to 6 days in the fridge. 1 spoon with magnetized water every day if you take it, internal organs, the major organs like the liver, the kidney are getting regenerated, our health improves, our face glows, our energy levels increases, BP reduces, the pressure on the heart reduces. Very good for health. In conclusion, I want to tell you, this clip therapy, do it for 1 to 2 minutes, once or twice a day, depending on the intensity of your problem. You can do it for continuously for some months or some weeks or some days, depending on how your condition is. The paste of coriander, pudina, curry leaves and radish leaves, just follow it up for 21 days. Your stomach issues clears off. So then afterwards, as you feel better and better, you can make it like say weekly once or twice. Don't add salt into the paste. You're only adding jeera and pepper powder. That's it. Acupressure is done for about 2 to 5 minutes. The pressure points, like the pressure point here, the pressure point here, the pressure point in between these 2 middle finger and ring finger, your pressure point in for your stomach, the pressure point for periods issues and prostate gland issues. 1 minute, 2 minutes. Try to be in a calm state when you're doing this. This is not medicine where you're getting irritated and taking the medicine. This is a spiritual, holistic therapy where it gives fantastic results because your own points, your own body, you're healing your body by your own points. There is nothing external to be added. There is nothing to be done like you have to take some medicine for it. Everything is in your palm. Everything is in your head. Everything is in your eyes. Everything is in your head. Everything is in the ear. So all the points together gives you wonderful results. Good health is your best wealth. You are the wealthiest person in the world if your health is good. Signing off.